Hello children, welcome to the video session of Standard 6 History, 3rd unit from 2nd term, and the lesson name is From Chiefdoms to Empires.
From Chiefdoms to Empires.
Importance of 6th century. During the 6th century BC, many territorial states emerged. This led to the transformation of socio-economic and political life of the people in the Gangetic Plains. A new intellectual awakening began to develop in northern India. Mahavira and Gautama Buddha represented this new awakening. Role of iron in a changing society. Iron played a significant role in this transformation of society. The fertile soil of the Gangetic Valley and the use of iron plough shares improved agricultural productivity. In addition, iron facilitated craft production. Agrarian surplus and increase in craft products resulted in the emergence of trading and exchange centers. This in turn paved the way for the rise of towns and cities. Thus, knowledge in the use of iron gave Magadha an advantage over other Mahajanapadas. Thus, the Magadha could establish an empire of its own. Gana, Sanghas and kingdoms. There were two kinds of government in North India during the 6th century. Gana, Sanghas, non-monarchical states. Kingdoms, monarchies. Janapadas and Mahajanapadas. Janapadas were the earliest gathering places of men. Later, Janapadas became republics or smaller kingdoms. The widespread use of iron in Gangetic Plain created conditions for the formation of large territorial units, transforming the Janapadas into Mahajanapadas. 16 Mahajanapadas, that is great countries. 16 Mahajanapadas dotted the Indo-Gangetic Plain in the 6th century BC. It was a transition from a semi-nomadic kinship-based society to an agrarian society with networks of trade and exchange. Hence, an organized and a strong system of governance required a centralized state apparatus. 16 Mahajanapadas were Anga, Magadha, Vajji, Malla, Kasi, Guru, Kosala, Avanti, Chidi, Vatsa, Panchala, Matsha, Surasena, Asaka, Gandhara and Kamboja. There were four major Mahajanapadas. They were Magadha in Bihar, Avanti in Ujjain, Kosala in eastern Uttar Pradesh, and Vatsa in Kausambi, Allahabad. Among the four Mahajanapadas, Magadha emerged as an empire.
The causes for the rise of Magadha. Magadha was located on the lower part of the Gangetic Plain. The plain was fertile, which ensured the rich agricultural yield. This provided regular and substantial income to the state. The thick forest supplied timber for construction of buildings and elephants for army. Abundance of natural resources, especially iron, enabled them to equip themselves with weapons made of iron. Growing trade and commerce facilitated movement of people as well as settlement of people in centers of arts and crafts. The outcome was urbanization and the emergence of Magadha as an empire. Dynasties of ancient Magadha. Four dynasties ruled over Magadha Empire: the Haryanka dynasty, the Shishunaga dynasty, the Nanda dynasty, the Maurya dynasty. Haryanka dynasty. Magadha's gradual rise to political supremacy began with Bimbisara of Haryanka dynasty. Bimbisara extended the territory of Magadhan Empire by conquests and by matrimonial alliances with Lichavis, Madra and Kosala. His son Ajatasattu, a contemporary of Buddha, convened the first Buddhist council at Rajagriha. Udayan, the successor of Ajatasattu, laid the foundation of the new capital at Pataliputra. Shishunaga dynasty. Haryanka dynasty was succeeded by the Shishunaga dynasty. Kalasoka, a king of Shishanaga dynasty, shifted the capital from Rajagriha to Padaliputra. He convened the second Buddhist council at Vaishali. Nanda dynasty. Nandas were the first empire builders of India. The first Nanda ruler was Mahabhatma. Mahabhatma Nanda was succeeded by his 8 sons. They were known as Navanandas, that is 9 Nandas. Dhanananda, the last Nanda ruler, was overthrown by Chandragupta Maurya.
Mauryan Empire. Let us know the sources of Mauryan Empire. Archaeological sources, punch-marked coins, inscriptions, edicts of Ashoka, Junakat inscription. Secular literature, Kautilya's Arthashastra, Vishakadatta's Mudra Rakshasa, Mamulanar's poem in Agananuru. Religious literature, Jain, Buddhist texts and Puranas. Foreign notices, Dipavamsa, Mahavamsa and Indica. Mauryan Empire, India's first empire. Capital, Pataliputra, that is present-day Patna in Bihar. Government, monarchy. Historical era, 322 BC to 187 BC. Important kings are Chandragupta, Bindusara and Ashoka.
Chandragupta Maurya. The Mauryan Empire was the first largest empire in India. Chandragupta Maurya established the empire in Magadha. Bhadrabahu, a Jain monk, took Chandragupta Maurya to the southern India. Chandragupta performed Salaikana, that is Jaina rituals in which a person fasts unto his death, in Shravanbelgola in Karnataka. Bindusara. Real name of Bindusara was Simhasana. He was a son of Chandragupta Maurya. Greeks called Bindusara as Amirtagata, meaning slayer of enemies. During Bindusara's reign, Mauryan Empire spread over large parts of India. He appointed his son Ashoka as the governor of Ujjain. After his death, Ashoka ascended the throne of Magadha. Ashoka. Ashoka was the most famous of the Mauryan kings. He was known as Devanampiya, meaning beloved of the gods. Ashoka fought for Kalinga War in 261 BC. He won the war and captured Kalinga. The horror of war was described by the king himself in the Rock Edict 13. Chandasoka. After the Battle of Kalinga, Ashoka became a Buddhist. He undertook tours to different parts of the country, instructing people on policy of Dhamma. The meaning of Dhamma is explained in Ashoka's Pillar Edict 2. It contained the noblest ideas of humanism, forming the essence of all religions. He laid stress on compassion, charity, purity, saintliness, self-control, truthfulness, obedience and respect for parents, preceptors and elders. Edicts of Ashoka. The 33 edicts on the pillars as well as boulders and cave walls made by the Emperor Ashoka describe in detail Ashoka's belief in peace, righteousness, justice and his concern for the welfare of his people. The Rock Edicts 2 and 13 of Ashoka referred to the names of the 3 dynasties, namely Pandyas, Cholas, the Keralaputras and the Satyaputras. Mauryan administration. Centralized administration. King. The king was the supreme and sovereign authority of the Mauryan Empire. Council of ministers known as Mantri Parishad assisted the king. Assembly of ministers included a Purohit, a Senapati, a Mahamantri and the Yuvaraja. King had an excellent spice system. Revenue system. The land was the most important source of revenue for the state. Ashokan inscription at Lumbini mentions Bali and Baga as taxes collected from people. The land tax Baha collected was 1/6 of the total produce. Revenue from taxes on forest, mines, salt and irrigation provided additional revenue to the government. Much of the state revenue was spent on paying the army, the officials of the royal government, on charities and on different public works such as irrigation project, road construction, etc. Judicial system. The king was the head of the judiciary. He was the highest court of appeal. King appointed many judges subordinate to him. The punishments were harsh. Military administration. The king was the supreme commander of the army. A board of 30 members divided into 6 committees with 5 members on each monitored navy, armory, infantry, cavalry, the war chariots and the war elephants. Municipal administration. Cities and towns. Board of 30 members divided into 6 committees. Each had 5 members to manage the administration of the city. Town administration was under Naharika. He was assisted by Sthanika and Gopa. Currency. Money was not only used for trade. Even the government paid its officers in cash. The punch-marked silver coins, which carry the symbols of the peacock and the hill, and the crescent copper coins called mashakas, formed the imperial currency. Trade and urbanization. Trade flourished particularly with Greece, Malaya, Ceylon and Burma. The Arthashastra refers to the regions producing specialized textiles: Kasi, Benares, Vanga, Bengal, Kamarupa, Assam and Madurai in Tamil Nadu. Mauryan art and architecture. Mauryan art can be divided into 2. Indigenous art, royal art. Indigenous art is statues of yakshas and yakshis. Royal art is palaces and public buildings, monolithic pillars, rock-cut architecture and stupas. Stupas. A stupa is a semi-spherical dome-like structure constructed on brick or stone. The Buddha's relics were placed in the center of the dome. Next one is monolithic pillar in Sarnath. The crowning element in this pillar is Dharma Chakra. Beginning of rock-cut architecture. Rock-cut caves of Barabar and Nagarjuna hills. There are several caves to the north of Bodh Gaya. 3 caves in Barabar hills have dedicative inscription of Ashoka, and 3 in Nagarjuna hills have inscriptions of Dasharatha Maurya, grandson of Ashoka. Reasons for the decline of the Mauryan Empire. Ashoka's successors were very weak. Continuous revolts in different parts of the empire. Invasion by the Bactrian Greeks weakened the empire. Last Maurya ruler Brihadratha was killed by his commander Pushyamitra Sunga, who established Sunga dynasty. Let us discuss about the summary of this lesson. 6th century BC forms an important landmark as it witnessed the emergence of 16 Mahajanapadas. Among the 16 Mahajanapadas, Magadha emerged as an empire. Magadha was ruled by 4 dynasties: the Haryanka, Shishunaga, the Nanda and the Maurya dynasty. Chandragupta Maurya established the Mauryan Empire. Ashoka was the most famous of the Mauryan kings. Ashoka's pillar and rock edicts enlighten us on his ideas of Dhamma.